Indian Money is a 10-year-old company educating more than 25,000 people a day on financial topics and helping over 40,000 professionals backed by veterans. LeadMarket, a product of IndianMoney.com, is India's largest and the most trusted marketplace for sellers of financial products like insurance, mutual funds, loans, real estate, and stocks. It is a one-stop destination for all financial intermediaries to get connected to the potential customers of their choice according to their availability.
I've heard people telling a lot of times that I'm a very good salesperson. I know how to speak. I know how to speak in fluent English, Hindi, and I can manage things. Whenever people ask me doubt, I can just come out of that situation very easily. Is that what we call a good salesperson? If that is your conception, then you're completely wrong. A good salesperson should have n number of other things apart from the speaking power. I completely agree when we talk about the speaking power, speaking and being able to convey what the salesperson wants to tell is a very important part of sales. But only speaking will not help you out in every situation. When you are going to a customer, when you are meeting a customer for the first time, for example, and that customer has no clue about the financial product you're going with a specific product to explain him something. There are certain things a salesperson should know rather than speaking. The very first thing, the salesperson should be knowing about the company for whom he is working. For example, he is coming from an X company and he is selling a Y product of this company. So when a customer, I being a customer, if I am asking, okay, tell me about your company, I did not hear about your company till date. So I am a curious customer. I would like to know that I am buying the product of which company. Then I will come into the product. Right. So in that case, if the salesperson cannot tell anything about the company, if he has no clue when did the company start, what is the current condition of the company in the market, who are the competitors in the market, then do you really think that it will give a good impression to the concerned customer? Never. It will never give a good impression. It will every time create a bad image about the company or the salesperson. So I would suggest whenever you're going to meet a customer, you have to be prepared with certain things, and it's kind of a checklist for all the salesperson. First thing, and the very first thing, please make sure you know the details about the company you are working for. You should know that you are taking the product of which company, you are selling the product of which company. For example, if there is certain scams going in the market for related to that company and you have no clue about it, do you really think that you can successfully close that sale? If you are thinking that, then you're completely wrong. You cannot close that sale for sure, because when you are selling the product of that same company, the reputation, the image of that company is attached with the product. The customer will ask you, your company is not in a good position right now, your company is into scams, then how do you think that I will buy the product from the same company? This is the straight away question which will hit you from the customer's side. So please make sure, to avoid all these situations, embarrassing situations rather, make sure you know about the company, the competitors, how your product is. And let me continue about the product now, but before that, know about the competitions as well. So the next point which you should be knowing is about the product. Now, why I am focusing more on the product is, when you go to meet the customer may have n number of doubts related to the product, because the customer is spending his or her hard-earned money, right? So obviously, without any clarifications, without any doubt clearing situation, you will not get through that situation. So make sure that you know in depth about the product. You know how your product is better than your competitor. You should know how well your product is performing in the market. What is the advantages? What are the features of the product? How it will be beneficial for the customer. Now, when I say about the benefits, it's very much important. Whatever we do in life, the very first thing what generally a person sees, that what is the benefit for myself in this situation? How will I improve myself? How will I benefit myself from this thing? So make sure you have to portray the customer about the advantages of the product, about the features of the product, with the same At the same time, you have to tell that how will you benefit it, because otherwise the customer will not be interested to take the product. You have to show, for example, if you are pitching a product and the rate of interest after a specific span of time is quite high, so focus on that. Make him believe that, make him understand that how you will earn, if you invest this amount after a span of this many years, you will earn this amount. So focus on all these minute details which will fetch the interest of customers towards the product. So the next thing, after knowing about the product and after knowing about our company, it is very much important that a salesperson should know about the customer. Now you may think that anyways I am walking down to the customer's place, I'll ask everything about him. So let's take a small example to make you understand. One customer is there whose saving or investment capacity per month is 5,000 to 10,000 or max to max 15,000. But when you are going, just because you did not do your homework properly and you did not study that what is the capacity, what is the salary of the customer, or you did not ask that how much he or she wants to invest or spend, at the same time you are pitching a premium which is around 40,000. Do you really think that that sale will be closed successfully? Do you really think that customer will be actually interested to take the discussion forward? Forget about the sales. He will not be interested because you're not talking as per his requirement. So it is very much important to take the minute details before meeting the customer. For example, when you call the customer, greet them with nice wordings, tell them that how are you, wish them, then ask that what is their salary, what is their income, what plans are they looking for, what is the purpose of the meeting. It is very much important before any meeting you know the purpose of the meeting. Otherwise, you cannot come up with a fruitful outcome from the meeting. So make sure that you know for what you're meeting. For example, if he wants to invest in some pension scheme, you make him believe that by the end of the day when I come out from your house, you will be happily signed up with a good scheme. I have all the details about the scheme. I will suggest you in every possible way and you will be happy by the service. So all these things helps you in building up the relationship. Now, since I'm talking about this relationship part, let me just give you one more very good example which will actually be helpful for those who are not very much successful in this sales field. The very first thing which you should remember every time, do not jump into a conversation, into a specifically transactional conversation with a customer every time. It's very important that you show a connection. Whenever the customer is trusting you, whenever the customer is lending his money to you to invest, that means the customer is building up trust. He is giving you full faith that okay, I trust this person, I can give the money to this person, I'm sure that this person will invest my money in such a nice manner that I will grow. So this is the level of faith which every customer has when they trust you, when they give the money. So please make sure, and this trust you cannot just gain in 5 to 10 minutes of transactional discussion, isn't it? So make sure when you meet the customer, greet them properly, greet them in a nice manner, ask them how was it, the small details, ask them how was their day, who are there in the family, how the general day looks like, what are the hobbies, etc. just to do a rapport building. After that, if you want to take any financial details, ask about his different accounts, with which all banks he is holding accounts, all these things. But I will suggest just don't jump into, as I said, transactional relationship. For example, just after meeting, hi, how are you? I'm Mr. X and I would like to know that you were interested for this particular product. So this is the documents you should be having right now. I'll take the documents, I'll complete the documentation and you will be live with the scheme within next 2 days. This doesn't sound good. This is sounding as if some machine is talking. So please do not become a machine in front of the customer. Be someone the customer can trust. Be someone the customer can completely blindly have faith on you. In that case, you have to build a relationship and you have to tell the customer that you can trust me on this part. I am here to plan your financial aspects properly. I am here to secure your future. So all these things will help you. And when I'm talking about a customer, please make sure, do not go with the mindset that okay, I am okay with the transactional relationship because after this I close this. Maybe you are very good in financial knowledge. If I close this sale, after that I'm done. No, you should not have that conception. Every time think, if you give a very good service, if the customer is very much comfortable with you, the next day somebody asks the customer that okay fine, I want to invest, please tell me Mr. X, where should I invest? that customer will tell your name first. So there is where the reference model will come into existence. So please make sure you develop a relationship with the customer, for which he will refer you to n number of his friends, his colleagues, his relatives, etc. The next and the very important point, and I will start this with an example. For example, you are meeting a person for the very first time. What is the first thing that you will notice? You may say that I will notice the personality. How does he look? What is the physical appearance? But what I will notice, and what technically every person notices before the person even opens his or her mouth, is the way the person is dressed up. For example, you are waiting for a person from the company side, and that person came. You were waiting eagerly that today I'm going to discuss about my finance, I'm going to plan about my future financial planning, proper financial planning I'm going to do this evening. And there comes a man with a chappal, with an untidy shirt, uncombed hair, and a different kind of bag which is not in a proper condition, unorganized papers which is kept in the bag. Will you ever feel like talking to that person? Will you ever feel like showing that trust, that come, please sit, let's have a discussion, you are the one who is going to plan my finance in a proper way? Will you ever show that faith? You will never do it. That is because physical appearance may not be, and I'm not telling that you should judge people with the physical appearance they have, but every time the presentable appearance is a mandatory thing which everyone should carry. Whenever we come to office, everyone expects you to be dressed properly, dressed neatly. So please make sure whenever you go to meet a customer, smell nice, look good, wear tidy clothes, do not go in a shabby manner, talk nicely to the customer, use perfume so that you smell good. So all these minute details also add a lot of flavor to your sales part. And the next point is about the most important part of the sale. Now you must be thinking, then what is it? I've told about almost everything. So we have seen many instances where maybe a requirement is something and we are pitched with some other product. We are forced to take some other product by showing the advantages of the other product. So is it actually needed? So being a salesperson, you should have one thing in mind very clearly. Your only and the very first and important job is to cater the customer's need and requirement. So please understand, what does your customer want? For example, your customer wants a life insurance, and at the same time you have an option of various financial products, but you have more commission in mutual funds. So you're pitching mutual fund more than life insurance product, just because of your selfish motive that you're getting a more commission on it. But did you ever feel like that this may be your last sale with this particular customer? You're closing your doors with your own hand. So please do not do that. Make sure you know that what is the requirement of the customer. You make him understand, if in case you find that actually there is some better product than what he or she is telling, then make him or her understand about it. But do not force your decisions on the customer. Do not force the customer with any products. So make sure that you go and pitch the product which is as per his or her requirement, not as per your need and commission. Please keep your selfish motive, in case you have, aside in that part, because it is very much important and it is very much sensitive. Because next time when you ever think of catering that customer's need, that customer will never even call you. And do not have this conception that I'm going to the customer's place for the first and last time. Every time have a hope that this is a referral model. This is a chance where I can get more reference. If the service is liked by the customer, if the service is loved by the customer, this customer is going to tell 10 more people. So have that conception in mind. And I'm sure if you have this thinking in mind, that with one customer, I'm sure to get 5 referral models, for example, you will be a successful salesperson, because your motive is not just that. You're thinking way beyond the line. Now, whenever you're going to meet the customer, you can sell only one thing at a point. You cannot sell 2 things. For example, you are going to a customer who has no clue about this financial world, who has no clue about the services, who doesn't know about the products, who doesn't know about the benefits. He just knows that I want to invest somewhere, so I'm calling this person. And you are going with the product, you're going with that company's product, which company is recently being launched. People are not aware about this company, nobody knows about the company. Do you really think that that sale will be very easy for you to close it? It will not be, because a customer who is already confused about the product which you are pitching, he or she will take time to understand the benefits, understand the features, and how this product will be helpful to him or her. But at the same time, when you are also trying to pitch about the brand, that this product is from this brand, this is very good, blah blah blah, the very first thing which the customer will ask you, how old is this brand in the market? What is the competition? When the brand is completely new, you cannot answer that question. So when the customers are not very much known about the other products, the well-known companies as well, in that case you should pitch the product. So I will suggest you sell one thing at a time. Do not sell the brand and the product together. Please sell only the product, not the brand, because a brand should be well known. And if you're going for a sale and the brand is so well established, we have seen many instances where just because of the brand the product is sold out, and the sole reason is people trust it, they have built it eventually. So undoubtedly every new brand will take a time, but at that same time a customer who has no clue about it, please you make sure that you do not confuse them more. So with this line, I have come to the end of this video. I'll be meeting you very soon with some new suggestions and advices. Till then, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any financial query, kindly give a missed call to our financial toll-free number. Our money doctors will call you right back and clarify all your doubts. Thank you so much.